Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome to all of you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Yesterday I was discussing about the contemporary age, the modern age. Uh, some of the students were saying that the previous lecture that I was delivered, it was not opening and some of the ideas were missing. So I have decided to once again to share the ideas that we have already discussed with you people. So today once again I'm going to highlight the modern age in the form of these slides. The modern age was the age of invention, innovation, and the literature that was being produced in this very age, that is known as contemporary literature or modern literature. It is considered that the literature written after World War First is considered as a modern literature till now. So the age actually starts from uh, after the World War First and till uh, the age of uh, where we are living. Modern age history and literature is generally divided into two main categories. Early 20th century, that starts from 1901 to and continue till the age of 1950. This was early 20th century or the modern age of literature. Another period that starts from the late 20th century, mean it starts from 1951 to 2000, mean it could be divided into two parts. Early 20th century in 1901 to 1950, influence from the late 19th century, it was the impact. This age was influenced by the previous years, the Victorian age, the Romantic age, that continued to affect 20th century thinking. So, the 20th 19th century was influenced by the previous ages. So the impact of previous age was still continue in the literary work, and the writers were still quoting uh, the images, the genres, the style that were once the part of Victorian and Romantic age. The important figures that I'm going to discuss here. First of all, there was a scientist, Charles Darwin. The left side picture, long beard white man and balded head, जिनका सर थोड़ा सा गंजा. That is the picture of uh, Charles Darwin. He proposed the theory that only the fittest will survive, and how the species came into being, and how the modern man came into being after hundreds of years. किस तरह से ज़िंदगी का वजूद इस दुनिया में हुआ एंड और किस तरह से जो ये जदीद आज का इंसान है वो इस काबिल हुआ कि वो यहाँ मिराकल्स क्रिएट कर रहा है. So he proposed this scientific theory. This was a revolutionary and very impressive theory with respect to his scientific ideas and his scientific theory. Charles Darwin, his theories of natural selection and survival affected views of science, religion, social classes, and even doctrines of racial superiority. कि जो एक नस्ल की बुनियाद पर एक रंग, ज़ात और रुतबे और अरिस्टोक्रेटिक और रूलिंग क्लास की बुनियाद पर एक तमीज़ की जाती थी, तो ये उसके ख़िलाफ़ एक नई थीरी थी जिसने इन तमाम चीज़ों की निगेट कर दिया था. Another important figure of this era was a famous economist, a famous writer, Karl Marx. He advocated the abolition of private property. Uh, he proposed the idea that there should be no private property and traced economic injustice to the capitalist system of ownership. तो कॉल मार्क्स ने जो कैपिटलिस्ट हैं, सरमायादार हैं, उनकी जो नाइंसाफ़ियाँ हैं, उनका जो एक सिस्टम है, डॉक्ट्राइन जो हैं, उनको उसने इन्वेस्टिगेट किया कि ये ऑनरशिप के नाम पर लोगों का इस्तेहसाल करते हैं। जैसे एक फैक्ट्री के अंदर मज़दूर काम करते हैं और फैक्ट्री का टोटल ख़र्चा 5 लाख है, मज़दूरों की तनख्वाहें भी और फैक्ट्री का ख़र्चा, जबकि फैक्ट्री एक मंथ में 25 लाख कमाती है, तो 5 लाख ख़र्चा और 20 लाख उस ऑनर को चला जाएगा। अब उस फैक्ट्री में काम करने वालों को एक बहुत ही माइनर सा आप अगर प्रॉफिट दे देते हैं, व्हेन यू जस्ट हैंडेड ओवर अ माइनर पोर्शन ऑफ दैट वेरी प्रॉफिट, तो ख़र्च निकालने के बाद यानी सैलरीज़ और ख़र्च 5 लाख निकालने के बाद 20 लाख रुपए एक शख्स के पास चलेगा। ही स्टार्ट टू बिकम रिचर एंड रिचर in the name of ownership कि he is the owner of that very factory and the employees, the workers who are earning, those are working and those are earning that very profit, वो जो प्रॉफिट उन लोगों के काम करने की वजह से कमाया जा रहा है, जो वो कमा के दे रहे हैं, उनको उनके बदले में बहुत कम प्रॉफिट मिलता है। एंड इन दिस वे, इन द नेम ऑफ ऑनरशिप, प्राइवेट ऑनरशिप, the people are becoming richer and richer, they are making a huge economies, mean उनकी बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉपर्टीज़ बन रही हैं, and they are controlling the masses, they are going to control this very world. He highlighted the injustices to the capitalist system of ownership. Sigmund Freud was also a modern literature writer. He was a very good psychologist. He proposed a very beautiful theory, psychoanalytical theory. Sigmund Freud believed that motives of human behavior are not found in the rational conscientious mind, कि जो इंसान की फितरी जो उसके लाशऊर में जो चीज़ें हैं वो उसके रवैये में नहीं पाई जाती, बट इन इर्रेशनल सेक्सुअली ड्रिवन अनकॉन्शियसनेस, बल्कि लाशऊरी तौर पर जो उसके जेंडर सेक्स में मौजूद हैं चीज़ें, उन सारी चीज़ों को ड्राइव करता है अनकॉन्शियसली, लाशऊरी तौर पर करता है। शऊरी तौर पर वो नहीं कर रहा था, कुछ सारी चीज़ें उसके जो माइंड के अंदर होती हैं वो लाशऊरी तौर पर कर रहा था। जैसे बचपन में माँ से जो मोहब्बत है छोटे बच्चे की, वो अपनी तमाम नीड्स नेसेसिटीज़ अपनी माँ से पूरी करता है, बिकॉज ही हैज़ एस्टेब्लिश सम टाइप ऑफ इंसेस्ट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ दैट द लव रिलेशनशिप इन द फॉर्म ऑफ सन एंड मदर दैट क्रिएट रिलेशनशिप। तो ये सारा अनकॉन्शियस, उसे नहीं पता कि माँ की मोहब्बत किस सेंस में है, बट ही लव्स हिज मदर, ही इज़ हर मदर। तो वो अपनी बच्चा जो है अपनी माँ से मोहब्बत करता है कि उसकी माँ है और उसको ईच एंड एवरी उसकी जो ज़रूरत है वो पूरी कर रही है। तो ये सारा कुछ वो अनकॉन्शियसली कर रहा था, उसे नहीं पता कि उसका रोल क्या है, व्हाट इज़ द रोल ऑफ मदर एंड व्हाट इज़ द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, सो ऑल दैट, कि वो जो लव है उसकी जो अफेक्शन है वो किस टाइप की है। तो ऑल दैट इज़ दैट हैपन्स समटाइम इन माइंड is unconscious. Early 20th century, 1901 to 1950, the Great War, a war to the end all wars. The heroic idea of war was harshly met with the realities of new technology. In World War I, 60,000 young British men were killed or wounded on the first day of the Battle of Somme. तो वर्ल्ड वार फर्स्ट में इट इज़ वेरी फेमस point and very important point that the first day of the world war in the battle of Somme, 60,000 young British men were killed or wounded on the first day of the battle of Somme. 30,000, sorry, 3 lakh were killed, wounded, or frozen to the death at the Battle of Yave. So, at various borders, the war was being fought. So, this was the terrible figure that humanity faced in World War First. The devastating losses of the war resulted in a cynical attitude towards government, national honor and glory. सो ये जो तबाहकुन नुकसानात थे इंसानी जानों के, प्रॉपर्टी के, इकनॉमिक जो उनके इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के, इससे जो एक सिनिकल एटीट्यूड था, एक गुनाह वाला जो रवैया था, मीन सिन का जो एक ईवल का जो रवैया था, ईवल एटीट्यूड टुवर्ड्स गवर्नमेंट, तो हुकूमतों के ख़िलाफ़ जो था और नेशनल ऑनर के जो कौमी सालमियत या इज़्ज़त वक़ार था और जो अज़मत थी, उसके ख़िलाफ़ एक सिनिकल जो है एटीट्यूड वो डेवलप हुआ कि इन्होंने हमारे साथ ये किया, उन्होंने की वो, तो उनके ख़िलाफ़ साजिशें और नई जंगों की तैयारी शुरू कर ली. In early 20th century, 1901 to 1950, another important aspect, rise and effects of World War II. After the end of the World War First, another world was ready to be fought. World War Second, it played a vital role in the whole world. Worldwide economic depression led to the rise to the dictators. दुनिया के अंदर एक जो माशी तंगदस्ती थी, सुकड़ाव था, जो कमी थी, उसने एक जो है वो डिक्टेटर्स को जन्म दिया, जिससे कहते हैं आर्मी एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर और आर्मी के जो लोग होते हैं, जनरल्स होते हैं, वो एज आ पॉलिटिकली और एज आ रूलर जो हैं वो काम करते हैं, तो उन्हें जो वो कहते हैं वही कानून होता है, जो वो करते हैं वही लॉ बन जाता है. तो दे रेज्ड डिक्टेटर्स स्पेशली इन इटली, जर्मनी, रशिया. These countries were raising and being administered by the dictators. Britain perseveres and is successful only after the USA and Soviet Union enter the war. Post World War II, Britain is transformed into a welfare state. Government provides medical care and other basic benefits for its citizens. Now, if I talk about late 20th century, that start from, and I was talking about after the World War II, many countries were forced to lose their territories. Like Britain, they lost the subcontinent. The Ottoman Empire, that was once a large empire. It has to lost its territory. So this war badly affected and many other states of the Britain were the colonies. They lost their colonies. So World War II greatly changed the map of the world. Now, if I talk about the late 20th century, from 1951 to 2000, Britain loses status as a world power. Now, the Britain was divided into and just tempted to, or you can say, ब्रिटेन जो था वो सिर्फ इंग्लैंड तक महदूद रह गया था और बाकी इसकी सारी कॉलोनीज़ जो थी वो आज़ाद हो गई थी वर्ल्ड वार टू के नतीजा में. इट वाज जस्ट नाउ इट्स ओरिजिनल स्टेट. जहाँ से इन्होंने शुरू किया था वहीं वापस पहुँच गए थे, क्योंकि इन्होंने अपनी बका जो थी वो ख़तरे में पड़ गई थी. सो Britain loses status as world power. Britain Empire loses several colonies to independence. British industry declines and Britain loses economic and political status in the world. This World War II play a vital role, losing the colonies of Great Britain Empire, because many countries who were once the colony of Britishers they liberate themselves in this Second World War. Effects upon the literature. Much of the literature, especially following World War II, is dark and pessimistic. More dark comedy and satire are written in this era. Many works portray a civilization in ruins. Dystopia, traditional beliefs and morals were challenged. तो बहुत सारे जो तारीख कॉमेडी और सटायर जो हैं, जो जिसे कहते हैं इमिटेट, टू स्टार, टू अम्यूज, टू रेडिक्यूल द पीपल थ्रू द लिटरेरी वर्क्स आर द अपर क्लास, मैनी वर्क्स पोर्ट्रे द सिविलाइजेशन इन रूम। बहुत सारे जो लिटरेरी वर्क हैं, अदबी वर्क हैं जो वर्ल्ड वार टू के बाद लिखे गए, वो इंसानियत की तबाही और डिस्टोपिया, उसकी जो है तंगदस्ती, किस तरह वो उन्होंने सफरिंग बर्दाश्त की, उसमें जो है उसके मतलब, और ट्रेडिशनल बिलीफ एंड मॉरल्स आर चैलेंज। ट्रेडिशनल जो अकायद थे, जो रवायती किस्म के लोगों के अकायद थे और मॉरल्स थे, उनको जो है वो चैलेंज किया गया था इस दौर के अंदर, लिटरेचर के अंदर। इफ़ेक्ट्स अपॉन लिटरेचर। नाउ वंस अगेन वी आर कंटिन्यू इन द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। A shift from romanticism and the ideal to impressionism and modernism. So the poets, the writers, the literary writers that were once the part of Victorian age and the Romantic age, now the romanticism and the ideal uh, to impressionism and modernism. This was the shift from romanticism to ideal impressionism and modernism. Impressionism, that means focus on experience, while modernism focus on the inner self. Personal perception are more valid than socially determined norm. So this was the genre or the technique that was being utilized in the literary works of the various writers. If I talk about the famous writers of modern or contemporary age, the William Golding, he was born in September 1911. He died in June 1993. He was graduated from Oxford University in Natural Sciences, English Literature, Poetry. His career was as he started as a British Navy officer during World War II, novelist, poet. He was a novelist, poet, playwright. His writings often allegorical in nature and include Christian symbolism. He is best known for his literary works, Lord of Flies. It was the best work by the mm, uh, William Golding, and his it was his first novel, The Inheritors, The Scorpion God, The Ends of the Earth. So, if I talk about William Golding, The Lord of the Flies, prior to World War One, many people tended to believe that mankind was not inherently evil. बहुत सारे लोग ये बिलीव करते थे वर्ल्ड वार टू से पहले कि लोग जो हैं वो वरासती तौर पर, पैदाइशी तौर पर वो बुरे नहीं होते, बट रादर इनहेरेंटली गुड, बल्कि इसकी बजाय वो वरासती तौर पर बहुत अच्छे होते हैं, अच्छे इंसान होते हैं। ईवल बिहेवियर वाज द रिजल्ट ऑफ इग्नोरेंस एंड सुपरस्टिशन। ये जो ईवल बिहेवियर है ये सुपरस्टिशियस और इग्नोरेंट की वजह से इंसान का होता है। आल्दो वर्ल्ड वार वन ब्रॉट डाउट टू दिस आइडिया, अगरचे वर्ल्ड वार वन जो है ये इस आइडिया के मतलब कुछ शकुक व शुबहात छोड़ के गई, that the world had learnt its lesson and such awful war would never happen again. तो इसने एक नया पैगाम दिया कि ऐसी खौफनाक जंग जो है वो कभी नहीं होगी। बट नाजी जर्मनी एंड द हॉलोकास्ट हाउएवर क्विकली पुट टू डेथ एनी सच होप्स। तो लेकिन नाजी यानी जर्मनी, इटली यानी हिटलर के, और हिटलर ने हॉलोकास्ट जहाँ भी यूज़ थे इनको उसने फौरी तौर पर मास किया और उनके ऊपर बम गिराए और बहुत बड़ी तादाद में इनका मास्कर किया, इनको मारा। द एट्रोसिटीज़ ऑफ मैंस इन ह्यूमैनिटी टू मैन ड्यूरिंग द वर्ल्ड वार टू caused Golding and other educated people link him to question the idea of man's inherent goodness. इस बात से जो ये जो मॉडर्न राइटर थे उन्होंने इस बात को का सवाल उठाया कि ये जो बुराई है ये इनहेरेंट ही होती है, जो ये कहते थे कि ये इनहेरेंट नहीं है, तो इन्होंने इसके ऊपर हाईलाइट किया. If I talk about the important work of William Golding, The Lord of Flies, The Lord of Flies is a Golding's attempt to understand how civilization, good people can carry out and accept evil. कि किस तरह से अच्छे लोग मुआशरे के वो जो है ईवल को एक्सेप्ट करते हैं, इंक्लूडिंग द ईवल ऑफ सेवेज एंड रिचुअलिस्टिक बिहेवियर्स. हत्ता कि उसमें वैशी और रिचुअलिस्टिक रस्म परस्त जो लोग होते हैं जिनके अंदर रस्में अदा करने, या आप यूँ कह लें कि जो रस्मों के साथ चलते हैं, रवैयों के साथ चलते हैं, तो उनके अंदर कैसे ईवल आती है. गोल्डिंग यूज्ड द सेटिंग एंड सम कैरेक्टर्स ऑफ फेवरेट चाइल्डहुड स्टोरी कोरल आइलैंड as the base of investigating his views in Lord of Flies, but Golding characters and events have deeper symbolic meanings and represent specific idea and a group of people. Critic Steve Zilegi wrote, "You get the impression that the real action of Lord of Flies is taking place somewhere else, high in the heavens, amid the clash of angels, or in some deeper realm where good and evil chum." So, the writer here is highlighting that this was happened in some in a artificial or some type of a artificial era. So that's why the this evil was happened in the form of good angels and bad angels, mean in the form of human beings they are fighting with each other, in the form of good angels, in the form of bad angels. So all are the depiction that man is here as serving as an agent of evil, and man is serving as an agent of good angels. So this was the brief introduction about the modern literature. I have also shared some of the slides that I'm also going to discuss with you people in your WhatsApp group. I hope you have studied all that very short questions regarding the contemporary literature, the definition, the characteristics. If you like, I can read once again for you people. I have already discussed all that very ideas in a very detailed way. Once again, in the form of some short notes, I am going to tell you people the same questions once again. What is the contemporary period in literature? Contemporary literature is defined as the literature written after World War II through the current today. It is from these real life themes that we find the beginning of new period of writing. Another short question that is related to your contemporary literature is defined as a contemporary is defined as the person living around the same time. The definition of contemporary is existing at the same time or the present time period. An example of contemporary are the works of Fitzgerald and Hemingway. An example of contemporary is the furniture in the modern style. Similarly, he is portraying the contemporary literature with the portraying the contemporary literature as we have a modern furniture in the nowadays. So, how do you describe contemporary? A contemporary is defined as the person living around the same time. The definition of contemporary is existing at the same time or the present time period. An example of contemporary are the works of Fitzgerald and Hemingway. It is the example of contemporary literature is like a furniture in a modern style, in a living style where we are living in this age. What similarly the literature that is in a new and in a modern style that we are just now seeing and reading, that is called contemporary literature. What are the elements of contemporary literature? The elements of contemporary literature share thematic characteristics. The words of now abound with pressing issues. अब जो दुनिया है, जो ममालिक हैं, वो अब pressing issue से बेशुमार भरे पड़े हैं. First of all, the genre, various types of genre, poetry, novel, drama, fiction, uh, image, imagery, various types of other genres now are being produced. Form and composition setting, narrator and point of view. Narrator का अपना जो नुक्ता नज़र है, what type of he is, critics, literary criticism in the form of characters, language, and a conclusion are something that are the elements of contemporary literature. What is the role of contemporary literature? In the history of literature, the contemporary literature also has a very important role because it reflects a society, social as well as political point of views, because it helps them to illuminate the strengthen or weakness of the society. Literature are to be more specific. Contemporary literature helps the readers to develop their rational thinking. People often ask or search for what is definition of contemporary literature or what is the importance of contemporary literature. Some people do also search for the characteristics of contemporary literature or some example of the contemporary literature. Well, in this article we are going to satisfy your queries with the point answer, so we have a patience and read the article entirely. I'm going to share with you people this article with you people inshallah. तो अभी जब आप ये आज मैं लेक्चर ख़त्म करूँगा तो मैं वो आर्टिकल भी शेयर करूँगा. व्हाट इज़ कंटेम्प्रेरी लेक्चर? आई हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड कि वर्ल्ड वार 2 के बाद जो जितना भी लिटरेचर है दैट इज़ कॉल्ड कंटेम्प्रेरी लिटरेचर. What is the importance of contemporary literature? Literature always has a very significant role in our society. Because of that, it gives readers the knowledge of history and different cultures, and it makes them liberate towards everything such as love, war, justice, and their point of view. So लिटरेचर हमें आज़ादी और हमारा न्यू पर्सपेक्टिव जो है वो भी देता है. Contemporary literature also has a very important role because it reflects a society, the social as well as political point of views. Writers in general look for what is trending in their time of their literary work. कि राइटर भी वो देखते हैं कि उनके दौर में किस चीज़ का ट्रेंड है और उसके हवाले से वो अपना लिटरेरी वर्क फिर डिज़ाइन करते हैं. बिकॉज इट हेल्प्स दैम टू एलिमिनेट द स्ट्रेंथ और वीकनेस ऑफ द सोसाइटी. बिकॉज वो अपनी लिटरेरी वर्क के ज़रिए राइटर्स जो हैं वो अपनी इल्यूमिनेट करते हैं उस माशरे की खामियों को, कमज़ोरियों को और उसकी स्ट्रेंथ, उसकी विगर या उसकी स्ट्रेंथ को हाईलाइट करते हैं. लिटरेचर आर टू बी मोर स्पेसिफिक. कंटेम्प्रेरी लिटरेचर हेल्प्स द रीडर टू डेवलप देयर रैशनल थिंकिंग. Contemporary literature also helps writers to develop their rational thinking, mean they start to think with logically. So when we talk about contemporary literature, we can't just simply take a couple of subject or settings since society changes after some time. So do the substance and messages of this composition. What are the characteristics of the contemporary literature? Some of the main characteristics of the contemporary literatures are mentioned below. Stories in contemporary literature are very influencing and based on real issues which are presented through strong characters. Number 1. Number 2. Contemporary literature reflects current political, social, individual issues. Contemporary literature often tend towards reflecting an individual criticism bafflement, bafflement, and dissatisfaction. Well characterized, practical, exceptionally created characters in realistic, at times, sometimes cruel conditions, and sometimes favorable conditions. So, all these are characteristics of contemporary literature. The top famous writers of the English literatures are, first of all, the name that emerged in our mind, that is Isabel Allende. Isabel Allende is a Chilean American, ये Chilean American author हैं, who made her doubt with the House of Spirit, जिसने अपना डिबट किया था अपना हाउस ऑफ स्पिरिट्स. उन्होंने एक राइट अप जो है दिया है. द वास्ट मेजॉरिटी ऑफ आर वर्क्स ऑर्डिनरली contains components of magical realism and distinctive female characters. City of Beasts has been another huge business achievement. इससे भी उन्होंने बहुत ज़्यादा रुपया पैसा कमाया. One of the most well-known authors of the contemporary literature is Margaret Atwood. This is another important literary figure in the contemporary age. She is Canadian author. वो एक Canadian author थी. She is famous for her women's activist and tragic political topics. और सियासी जो अलमनाक इंसिडेंट होते थे उनके बारे में लिखती थी. And her prolific output of work spans multiple genres including verse, short stories, and essay. She was famous for writing short stories, verses, and her essays. Some of her well-known works are The Blind Assassin, and The Handmaid's Tale, Orcs and Crack, etc. These were the famous literary works by the author. So Margaret Atwood was Canadian author and she wrote these famous. Another famous writer, Jonathan Franzen. Jonathan Franzen or Franzen is an American essayist and novelist. He was born on August 17, 1959. He won the National Book Award for the Corrections and a frequent contributor of essays to the New Yorker. His work often addresses social analysis and family inconveniences. Jonathan Earl Franzen is an American essayist and novelist. He was born in August 1759 and 1959, August 17 in 1959, and he won the National Book Award for the Corrections. He wrote many essays. Another important figure, literary figure, Ian McEwan. Ian McEwan is a British writer who won literary awards with his first book, First Love, Last Rites. He was born on 21st June in 1948. McEwan started his career writing spurs, gothic short stories. Some of his famous works are The Cement Garden, The Comfort of the Stranger, The Child in Time, The Innocent and Black Dog's Enduring Love. And Mike Avon is British writer. Again, I think reading this. And the fifth is David Mitchell. He was one of the famous writer. Uh, he born in Southport in Lancashire, in England on 12th of January in 1969 and brought up in Malvern, Worcestershire. He is an English author and screenwriter of innovative storytelling. His first novel is Ghost Written. So this was the brief introduction about the important contemporary literary figures of modern age. Here I have shared with you people the history of English literature. First of all, if you see the second slide, that the Anglo-Saxon period before Chaucer, beginning from 1350 to uh, onward, and from 1350 to 1400, this was the age of Chaucer, and from 1400 to 1578, this was the age of Renaissance period. The age of Elizabethan age starts from 1578 to 1625. The age of Milton starts from where the Milton was writing. Its age was 1625 to 1660. And if I talk about the first slide, the Restoration period starts from 1660 to 1700. The age of Pop starts from 1700 to 1740. The age of Janet Johnson starts from 1740 to 1798. The age of Romanticism starts from 1798 to 1830. The Victorian age starts from 1830 to 1890. The earliest 20th century literature, that start 1890 to 1930, and the 20th century literature since 1930 to 1960 are the 1999. So this was the brief introduction about your history of English literature. I hope you have got the idea and you have understand the various concepts regarding the contemporary writers and the various important impacts and the writers that they were the part of this history of English literature era. So if you feel any difficulty, you can discuss with me. You can ask anytime any question in your WhatsApp group. Thank you very much. Have a nice day, dear students. Allah Hafiz.